Hydraulics New Zealand, 82 Degrees Host Fittings, Heron Construction, Stewie Latham with James Hayden. The man from Western Australia is Stewie Latham, the helmsman behind the Ryco Stinger machine, out on track at the moment. Of course, Stinger is bringing you the Group A category for 2017 Jet Sprint Series. And he's gone the wrong way. Stewie Latham now got to go back and backtrack. So Stewie Latham, that was where he needed to go. He's back on the correct rotation now. There's been a couple of times that he's, well, been a little bit hesitant, and that's not the good way to go about it, I can tell you that. Oh, Stewie Latham. Oh, he nearly stuck it straight into the leader's Wanganui, the loader's Wanganui sign. Realised he wasn't going to get there, swung on the wheel and saved it somehow.
Just a fantastic job to get himself out of the woods there. He's hung on and he's going to get around and finish this rotation now. So he won't be overly happy with the time, but at least that boat is still in the water.
That was amazing. Got himself so far, so deep to the far side of the track, was going to clip the inside of the island that is opposite commentary with the Stinger flags on there. Realised that it was going to get ugly, ugly, ugly. Hung a left, a sharp left, and managed to stick it somehow. I'll tell you what, we might start calling him Nadia Comaneci. You remember that very famous Russian gymnast who could always stick a landing? He stuck one right there.
I'm not surprised at all that you remember a female Russian gymnast, KV.
Yeah, well, you know, when she got older, she was all right. But anyway, we are going to go down to Dean Riddick, Aaron Riddick, the boys from New Plymouth. The photographer is Dean. The sales rep, Fazit Co, is Aaron. These guys are also rookies to the sport out of the Taranaki region, and ever since we got the tracking Taranaki, there's been a lot of newcomers into the sport from that region of New Zealand.
So that's wonderful that the sport still continues to grow, and it's a happening thing again this year where you're getting more and more new teams getting into it.
Yeah, look, there has been. We've got down to a point where they were talking about culling boat numbers, but of course as the season wears on and you get damage and fairly serious damage, the boat number's down a little bit here today, but only by about 5 or 6 boats, which at this part of the season is not unusual at all. But Dean Riddick out on track at the moment, the split at a 41.804, so that's not too bad at all. Now up into the reverse side of the mouth-press sweeper, back down towards commentary. A few of the guys doing that little bit of left and right and a wiggle and a wobble coming back towards here. So Aaron Riddick across the line there with a 57.174. And so he's gone 1.6 seconds quicker than his previous best.
Fantastic stuff, well done.
So the next boat to face the starter will be Phil Dick in the Hypersprint, the Jet Design Co vessel. Phil Dick, the mechanical engineer and designer and boat builder of this vessel. This guy is exciting, mate. New to the sport again this year. Had a couple of runs last year, but effectively this is his first full season. Has provided some exciting moments throughout this season, I can tell you that right now. So Phil has, he parked it up on the beach there briefly during qualifying 3, and he does get exciting from time to time. We saw him take out the timing at Waitra in the first round. He spent a hell of a lot of time on islands, and the hairpin, he hasn't been able to nail that at all today. But the boat is looking smoother. He's gaining with confidence each and every lap that he goes out. So it's really good to see that Phil Dick and Diggers, or Hayden Digby Smith, the hyphen is probably what we should call him instead of Diggers. The hyphen is doing the navigational duties, but these guys just getting better and better each and every time, which is great to see.
Yeah, nice that you do get a number of qualifying opportunities where you can go away and work on the boat and tweak it up just a little bit to ensure you get a bit more speed out of it, and you know, make sure that you can hammer down a really nice rotation.
Yeah, the way Phil just came back towards commentary there, that's probably a nice straight line through there. So certainly gaining in confidence as a driver is Phil Dick at a 61.979 there. So Phil Dick some 5.5 seconds quicker that time out than his previous best. So really good to see a bloke just sort of starting to gain in that confidence, because as we understand, racing, no matter what form of racing you do, is all about confidence. And particularly with this, you've got to get the rotation right to start with, then you've got to build the speed. And we've seen people over the years get the speed right, not the rotation. They come unstuck pretty quickly. But these are a couple of Wanganuians. Ross Travers is the helmsman. Shane Travers.
Come on, Roscoe. Come on, Roscoe.
Yeah, he goes all right, this bloke. He's posted the fastest in the Group A category. No, he hasn't. Sorry, Ollie Silverton has. But Ross Travers right up the pointy end at the moment. We've got that hairpin. He wasn't as good out of there as he has been.
And how's his season been going so far, KV, across the rounds?
Well, Ross, he's been going pretty well. He finds himself down in 5th position, but he has had a few gremlins throughout the season. Hasn't been able to get the jet unit hooked up properly. Of course, stepping up from the Group B category last season, now into the Group A category. So it's a different kettle of fish, obviously, a lot more power, different boat setup, but starting to be very confident with the package at the moment.
Yeah, and always good. He'll get this season under his belt and no doubt come back a lot stronger for it. He posts a time of 53.364.
So he has gone quicker as well by about 0.11 of a second. So, wow, everybody's starting to get quicker. This is what we like to see. So it should be Andy Ryan in the Joker. This bloke, wow, he can run some ragged lines. I will tell you, ladies and gentlemen, Andy Ryan in the Joker that we're about to see next, as he came in after a particularly good run at Merry earlier in the season, he decided to flip me the bird. While he was doing that, he forgot to concentrate on where he was going and managed to hit the rescue boat. It was funny.
You'll never let him live that down.
No way is he going to forget that one. So Kerry Ann Allen doing the navigational duties. Andy Ryan, the earthworks contractor, the Heinz Pipes. This is his second season of jet sprinting and has, well, just doing a ripping job. Taking some wide lines coming down this front chute back towards commentary down there. Got himself set up for that hairpin, and that's just the way he's been approaching it. So now around to the right hand, into the left hand, and the big sweep from one side of the track to the other. The split to 40.669. He'll want to get that down and really push on with this from here. Straight lines are back down towards commentary. We've seen it very few boats do that. Oh, went out very wide around the Wanganui NZ tyres to sign in a 55.642. He went half a second slower that time out, 55.648. So yeah, Andy Ryan. Well, we've seen him a little bit smoother and a little bit faster, but he'll just be making some changes to the boat at the moment and hoping that they're heading in the right direction. That particular lap, half a second down on his previous best. So this will be Harry Whelan's now in the MF King machine. Last time out, these guys were lucky to bring the boat home. Jason Conroy doing the navigational duties for MF King Motorsport. Oh, Harry, so wide out there. Tell you what, if that was cricket, that would have been down a third man.
4 wides for sure, but he's really getting stuck into it, isn't he, at the moment?
Oh, he's giving it a crack, don't worry about that. They had a very miss and hit season last season, threw it right out of bed, and probably not quite got the horsepower that they some of the top guys have got, but, you know, still doing a pretty good job at the moment. Jason Conroy, the navigator, leaning right over in front of Harry's face there.
Yeah, it just really sounds like he's got his foot flat on the floor the whole time around this rotation, so he's clearly trying to get as much out of this unit as he can.
Yeah, he's absolutely trying to milk every last bit of horsepower out of it, don't worry about that. So in a 55.089, so Harry Whelan into P2 at the moment for qualifying round 4 in the Stinger Group A boats. So Bevan Muir in the Ting Tools machine. He's on the ramp. Ollie Silverton, 31, in the PSP building brand on the ramp. Novus Autoglass side, Gibbon down there, but now it will be Carl Brensel in the Timber Creek contracting vessel. Marooned 2 is the name of the boat. Hamish Murray is the navigator. Hamish Murray is a motorbike mechanic out of Tapanui, and Carl Brensel, the agricultural contractor, also out of Tapanui. Timber Creek Contracting, Performance Autos, High Country Helicopters, Superboats, ENI Lubricants. So these guys, Carl Brensel won Rookie of the Year about a couple of years ago in the NZ Jetsprint Series. And a little bit down on horsepower, this boat. They just have not been able to squeeze that last little bit out of it. Of course, the Group A racing in the Stinger Group A category, always very, very tight. That hairpin looked a bit ugly. Looked like Sir Les Patterson ugly. Now into this mouth fresh sweeper.
Davey, I've fallen in love with this rotation already. I mean, there's lots of kite pits through the middle, which you see them go through here, but plenty of speed as well when they absolutely fang it around the outside and come around that top mouth fresh sweeper. It's going to be it's pretty exciting stuff right throughout the night. Oh,
absolutely, mate. This course rotation just flows so very, very well. 55.464 there for Carl Brensel, and he's gone a second and a bit quicker than his previous best. So while the boat down on horsepower, you can see that Hamish Murray and Carl Brensel very excited, fist pumping themselves on the way in there. That doesn't sound quite right, does it? But anyway, they were high-fiving themselves on the way in there.
There's nothing wrong with a good old fist pump.
No, well, I suppose there's not. The high five, the fist pump, you know, all of those sorts of things. So we're now going Bevan Muir, Ting Tools, Kendra Death doing the navigational duties in this boat. All right, so Bevan Muir has been doing a wonderful job in the first 3 qualifying runs. Oh, spun the wheels. You heard the engine noise change there as the jet unit was just trying to catch up, trying to pump the water through. So Bevan Muir's done this hairpin quite well each and every time, and again using every available bit of water on the racetrack to get around there.
That was really, really nice. I mean, he did take up quite a bit of the racetrack, but he got around that hairpin very, very smartly indeed, and he is looking on fire at the moment with this rotation and really putting the absolute hammer down. Let's have a look at his split time. The split time's good. It's a 39.5, so he is looking on the money.
Yeah, sub 40 split, that's a great way to do it. Kendra Death into a boat recently, loves it. Oh, yeah, geez, I tell you what, Bevan got wide. 53.948. Puts himself in a P2, 0.6 seconds behind the time that Ross Travers posted. So Bevan Muir 4 times in the 4 qualifying runs has been spot on. He's had a few gremlins through the season where he's made mistakes, he hasn't been smooth, he's gone the wrong way. But tonight here at Wanganui seems to be having absolutely everything going his way at the moment. And the worst part about when things are going your way is sometimes I wonder if I'm standing in the wrong lane. It happens.
So what, your money on him today then, KV?
Well, it's going to be a tough one in the Group A category. Ollie Silverton at the moment is the quickest man on track, but it'll be Ollie. I reckon Bevan, he's going to get some good points here this weekend, here tonight. I wouldn't be surprised if we see him on the podium, but at the moment, the fastest man on the water so far through the day is Ollie Silverton, the next man to face the starter. He's taken a couple of round wins this season and finds himself very close to the top of the championship there. Actually, in fact, leads the championship in the Group A. Launching off the line now for PSP Racing. Ollie Silverton, Jess Sitt, the marketing manager for the PSP building brands.
Yeah, let's see how Ollie goes on this lap now. Of course, he's going to come down very shortly and take on this hairpin. The hairpin is obviously crucial because you need to get around that hairpin to ensure you don't drop too much time. And you know that just 1/100th of a second can be the difference between first and second. But so far, Ollie really getting the job done and looking really, really comfortable here at Shelter View.
Yeah, Ollie Silverton's just been pushing very hard, took the race win at Hastings last round. Where was the split? The split is a 38.720. That is a great split there for Ollie Silverton. Now in this final third of the lap, to the far side of the track, visit Wanganui NZ is the sign. 52.824, straight to the top of the table, and point
52.824.
Yeah, so straight to the top of the table by half a second.
That looked quick too, didn't it?
Oh, it absolutely did. That we've still got Cy Gibbon in the Novus Auto Class machine, Neil Marshall in the Eagle Automotive, and Rick Burke and Elf Kill. I nearly got their names backwards then.
Dyslexic?
Yeah, I sorted it, I think. Only the people who know them will complain. I hope that's how it goes anyway. So, g'day to all the people up there at Dave's Shed. Are you enjoying the day so far? Oh, come on, there's one bloke in a red T-shirt up there waving at me. You can do a little bit better than that. Are you having fun up there at Dave's Shed? Right, we'll call you a little bit later.
Possibly about 4 waves there, KV, so an improvement.
Yeah, well, it is a
We'll
slight
give them a couple of hours and then we'll scream at them later, eh?
Yeah, that's it. We'll have to do that as well. So, great crowd in here already. And, well, it's round 5 of the Altherm Window Systems Jetsprints series. So, the penultimate round, which I think means second last.
It does.
All right,
congratulations.
Simon Gibbon now and Paul Tomo Thompson. This boat has been up on the grass in qualifying 2. Qualifying 3 wasn't that smooth at all. The boys from North Canterbury. And doing well in the championship as well, finding themselves in P3 in the championship. Wow, that was wide coming into that hairpin.
Yeah, lots of the teams are taking a really, really different approach into that hairpin, so it's kind of hard to work out really what the best line is. And I guess when they do qualifying, they probably change it up and tinker with different lines from time to time.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. You have to try and work out your best line in certain parts of the track. The split's great at a 38, but trying to get those lines right in this qualify. He's gone the wrong way. He has gone the wrong way. You need to go back, all the way back, do a U-turn just there, mate. Head back up to the top of the track, back towards Dave's Shed. Nah, they've just decided, boy, we don't know where we're at anymore.
A brain explosion there.
Yep, there was an explosion. It was pretty minor. I mean, these guys are from the South Island. You can't expect a big explosion from those guys, can you?
You're bloody lucky that these people can't hear you.
I know, lucky they're in the boat. Hopefully the crew chiefs and that down there as well can't hear me either.
The message probably will get passed on.
Oh, let's hope not.
The thing is, too, is that it's pretty hard for you to hide, KV.
Pretty hard to what, sorry, mate?
It's pretty hard for you to hide, really.
Why? Yeah, because I'm getting an expanding girth.
Oh, yeah, touch round and a glorious bed that you've got there. Looks like you could have about 48 zoo animals living in it at the moment.
Actually, I do. The last time we had a mouse plague in Australia, they came out of my bed. They've been living in there. They scratch it a little bit at night, though, I've got to say. All right, we are now going to go to Neil Marshall and Michelle Reid in the Eagle Automotive machine, R. Addison Contractor and Mars Motorsports. These guys had a very interesting start to the season during testing. They were out on a lake and the reverse bucket came down. They sunk the boat in 15 metres of water. They had to send out divers. In fact, I nearly thought they'd have to send out the Navy, it was that deep. Then they came into, got the boat sorted in the second meeting at Berry. They lunched an engine 3 days before in testing. sorted it out and now find themselves in P2 in the championship. They've had this boat upside down in between rounds the last 2 weeks. They've adjusted a lot of bits and pieces. Neil Marshall was actually voted New Zealand's fastest tarmac rally driver a few years back, and interestingly, when he got that accolade, he'd only run 2 meetings for the entire year. So the bloke is very handy behind the wheel with a 54.098. Trying to see into P4 there. So yeah, Neil Marshall, when he got the fastest tarmac rally driver of the year, had in fact run only 2 rallies for the entire year. So he's obviously pretty good behind the wheel, and to find himself in P2 on the championship into this 5th round is a very, very positive thing for him. So our final boat for qualifying 4 for the Group A category, brought to you by Stinger Race Boats, will be reigning world champions at Rick Burke and Elf Kill. If you go to the Firewater, 222 Firewater Facebook page, or off your Facebook page, check out some of the videos these guys have posted, because they're hilarious. So we can see the methanol boats already lined up down there as well, just waiting for Rick Burke and Elf Kill. Now, Rick Burke, the production manager from Hamilton, the reigning world champion. And I'll tell you, these boys were, well, I'd have to say reasonably happy when they took that world championship and took the trophy home. So
it was about a 4-day bender.
No, mate, it was a bit bigger than that. In fact, when you're talking about my size and my beer belly, these guys have not been trying to shave weight off their bellies at all. I think they're in celebration mode. They eat like it's Christmas every day of the week.
All right, let's see how they go getting around this airpin. Not too bad at all, just buttoned off a little bit there and then just really put everything into the corner and looking pretty sharp.
Into this big mouth fresh sweeper, the top part of the track. The boat just knifing a little bit. It is a Springtech G-Force hull and does handle very well indeed. So at this split there, around about where they want to be, no, they're about 2 seconds off the pace of really ideally where they want to be. They've been fighting themselves around about P5 each and every run. Want to go a little bit better in this qualifying 4 number round. So Rick Burke helped Kill 53.729 and puts himself into P3 at the qualifying qualifying round number 4 for the Stinger Group A's. So that rounds out qualifying 4 for the Group A category. We are now going to go to the mouth fresh super boats.